And our top story tonight at 6, a bizarre crash involving Albuquerque's police chief that sent another man to the hospital. This happened over the weekend, so let's go ahead and catch you up if you missed it. APD Chief Harold Medina and his wife were on their way to a news conference Saturday morning. Chief Medina says he spotted a homeless encampment on Central blocking the sidewalk. Well, police say a fight then broke out between two people in that camp. Somebody pulled a gun and started shooting. Chief Medina ran a red light to get out of the danger zone and crashed into a car. Again, that driver had to go to the hospital, and police are still looking for whomever was involved in that fight. Now, many of you who have already heard about this reached out and asked if this would violate any APD policy.
Especially because it once again involves the chief of police. Monica Logronio took your questions right to APD. So Monica, what have you learned tonight?
Well, Trevor, Tessa, we know the fact that Chief Medina and his wife were in his unmarked APD car does not violate policy. Now, it would if Medina was responding to a felony or emergency response, but Medina was not responding to a call. Now, according to APD standard operating procedures, if an officer has a non-sworn passenger with them and they get a felony or an emergency call, they have to drop off the passenger first and then respond. But again, APD made it clear Medina was not responding to a call. The Office of the Superintendent of Police Reform opened an internal affairs review to see if Medina, violated any policies. We're told that review was at the chief's request. Now, Saturday, APD Communications Director Gilbert Gallegos explained how quickly everything happened.
It just happened in front of him. So as that was happening, he never called for help. He was turning on his radio. And that's when his wife saw the muzzle of the gun pointing at them. That's what she perceived. And then they heard the shots fired, and he just stepped on the gas to get out of the situation.
Another aspect of policy to consider is Chief Medina's lapel video. We reached out to APD and they say Medina did not activate his body camera during the incident. That's something Internal Affairs will be looking into. Now, we're told Medina powered on his camera after the crash, but it's not clear right now if they recorded anything. APD says investigators will determine which policies and procedures applied to Chief Medina, who, unlike patrol officers, does not respond to calls for service. Chief Medina does show up at scenes, but APD says that's more to support responding officers rather than to respond to the call itself. APD says he attends events that are often outside of work hours, and his wife might be with him. On Saturday, Medina and his wife were planning on having breakfast together after the scheduled news conference that was canceled because of this shooting and crash. Back to you guys.
Okay, a lot to break down there, Monica. Good job. And a big piece of all of this is that homeless camp that Chief Medina was checking on. They say that, or police say that he believed it was blocking the sidewalk right off Central.
It actually has been a huge problem, especially for one business in that area.
Yeah, the owner at Cap's Diner says her workers have to ask people to move off the property daily, and that often leads to confrontations. So she hopes this leads to some substantial change.
They've just really taken a stronghold in this area.
Police say when Chief Medina was checking out the encampment Saturday, that's when the fight started, and then somebody pulled out the gun and shot. Chief Medina with his wife again ran the red light to get out of the danger zone when he crashed into that other driver.